Mary Helen Dara, Taylor Automotive Family Women in the Driver's Seat. I am so excited today to meet with Katie Maskey. She's a children's book author, among many of her talents, who shares stories with children, important life lessons with her cat, Ferdinand. I cannot wait to talk with Katie. Let's get busy. Katie, thank you so much for being here. We so appreciate it. And I'm just dying to know, what inspired you to turn your cat into the star of your books? And was there a moment that sparked the idea?
Yes. Actually, funny story, it was the pandemic. So I call it my pandemic project because, we were given all of this extra time, and anybody that knows me knows that I am involved in a lot of different things. I am busy.
There's an understatement.
Yes. And when we were given all this extra time, I think along with that, for somebody who is very busy, comes a little extra stress and anxiety. And so I felt like I needed something to keep my mind occupied, and during that time, especially when there was just so much going on. And I actually had participated in a fundraiser event for a local nonprofit. Everybody was getting very creative during that time because they couldn't be around people.
Right.
And so Nature's Nursery had a little fundraiser that they were putting on where they were turning your pet into a cartoon character. And you would pay for, that image, and it was all going back to their organization. And so I did it, and I got the image back. And as soon as I saw that, I said, he would make such a cute children's book character.
Light bulb went off.
And that's when the light bulb went off. And because I had all this extra time, I just started writing.
Oh, that's wonderful. Your book about the extra toe touches on being different. And what message do you hope kids take away from that story?
So Ferdinand he is a real cat, first and foremost. He's my cat at home, and he is a polydactyl. So that means he was just born with extra digits. And seeing him with the other cats, how he was a little bit different, that is what inspired me to write the book. And the message in my books, I have a few that I've written since then, is always that it's good to be different. And that's really what I hope to share with kids. And when I wrote the first book, I didn't expect the reaction that it got. I had so many people messaging me saying, I have a son who's autistic, or I have a child that was born with webbed toes.
It's just a beautiful message.
This is a great way for, families to connect with one another and just to embrace what makes us unique.
Yes, absolutely. Writing about grief, as I know, you're okay. It's an amazing book, and especially for children, it can be a delicate subject. And how did you approach such a tender topic through your cat story?
So Ferdinand had siblings, and one of those siblings was a 20-year-old cat of ours. We grew up together. She was my first real pet as an adult, and we lived together for 20 years. Not that many people get to experience that with a pet. And so when she passed, it was a great loss. And I think some people feel that they're not able to grieve for a pet because it's just a pet. But anybody who has a pet knows it is more than just a pet.
Much more.
It is our family members. And so after kind of experiencing that loss, I wanted to help kids with that same feelings that they had, where maybe they weren't sure how to understand their feelings. And I wanted to just give them space to be able to understand that their way is okay. And so I started writing after her loss, and I kind of took a break from the Ferdinand books so that I could really focus and put my heart and soul into Your Way is Okay. And so I approached it because I did want it to be for children, and it is a heavier topic, so I wanted to make it a little lighter. So it is a rhyming book.
Oh,
and it's totally out of my comfort zone, which was really fun to learn and try. And so it is a little bit lighter because of it being a rhyming book, and there's activities in the back of the book that kids can insert, a letter to their beloved pet that they may have lost. And my favorite thing about the illustrations is that the animal that the kids are grieving over in the book, you don't really know what it is. Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Is it a hamster? I want kids to be able to read that book and insert their own pet into that. And there's also little cardinals kind of sprinkled throughout, which is my favorite because we all know what cardinals mean when they come and visit.
Yes. What has the response been from your young readers, and has there been one that's really stuck with you?
Kids love that Ferdinand's a real cat. They love that. So whenever I go do school readings, I always have a presentation, which of course includes more pictures of Ferdinand, because that's really what they want to see. They always ask questions about why was he, born like that? Why does he have extra toes? They love seeing all of his feet. I show lots of paw pictures
Oh, that's great.
to show that. And really just the response has been that they love that Ferdinand has a good story and that he's trying to just create this positivity in the world by letting kids know that it's okay to be different. It's really good to be different, and how they should embrace others around them that are different from them too.
Oh, a great message. All right. Any more adventures planned for your little feline friend?
Of course. I can't stop now. So after that first year when I wrote Ferdinand with the Extra Toes in 2020, I was just motivated, inspired because of the great response from people and families that I just kept writing. And it's my readers that motivate me and just want me to continue to share more adventures. So I did take the break while I was working on Your Way is Okay. And now I'm ready to get back into it. And the kids give me so many ideas. They share what adventures Ferdinand should go on next. And I take that to heart.
Oh,
and
I love that.
I have big plans. Let's just
All
say I have
right.
big plans.
We can't
coming
wait
soon.
to see. All right. Buckle up. Lightning round.
Okay.
What's your cat's funniest and quirkiest habit?
Okay, because he has all those extra toes, he has nails on all those extra toes. So he kind of tap dances on the hardwood floor. He'd make a terrible predator because you can hear him coming.
All right. If your cat could talk, what's the first thing he'd say?
Food. Anybody that has a cat knows that is exactly what they would say.
Okay. Favorite children's books besides your own?
Yes, I have this one book that made a huge impact on my life. It's called The Last Puppy. It wasn't like this major, big, book that really everybody knows, but it was the book that I
resonates with
went
you.
to,
Okay.
and my sister found it for me a couple years ago, and so I have it again.
Oh, that's great. If your cat had a theme song, what would it be?
Lady Gaga, Born This Way.
Oh, I love it. That's perfection.
Right? I feel like no comment needed for that.
Exactly.
Born This Way.
Okay, writing snack of choice.
I am definitely a sweet tooth, so I go for the chocolate. Chocolate and peanut butter, can't go wrong.
All right. Well, obviously it shows. You've produced some great literary works here that will definitely impact children in
Thank
such a
you so
positive
much.
way. Thank you, Katie, for being with us
Thank you for
today.
having me.
Thank you, Katie, so much for visiting with us today. I can't wait to see where Ferdinand lands next and also to share these with my grandchildren. Let's hit the road and see who's next in the driver's seat.